everyone, Rae here, welcome back. So coming out of Madagascar, their president Andre Rajoelina recently announced that France had returned a royal coin that adorned the top of the throne of Queen Ranavalana II, who reigned from 1883 to 1887. This royal coin has been in the Army Museum in France since 1910 and it was recently returned. It had been looted by the French troops back in the day when Madagascar was colonized by France, and after several months of negotiations between France and Madagascar, this royal coin was finally returned to Madagascar recently. This rare object was expected to be returned on 26th of June this year when Madagascar was celebrating its 60th independence anniversary, but they had not yet agreed between the conditions of the restitution. France wanted to loan it to Madagascar. You can imagine, it's theirs, but they want to loan it to them. But Madagascar wanted it to be returned fully without any attachments. So what happened? They finally reached a 5-year loan agreement in which the transfer will be permanent. But in the meantime, France wants to first put a law that allows for permanent transfer. So at the moment, French laws only allow a temporary transfer of these cultural artifacts that they looted from very many colonial countries, and they're just trying to put it into the law to officially transfer them. So you can imagine they stole these things from their colonies and after put laws, to protect the theft. In addition to this, France also approved the return of 27 items to Benin and Senegal. So on 4th of November, all 343 French senators voted unanimously to this, and the parliament has also put a bill and approved it to allow restitution of artifacts to many African countries, especially, or their colonies. So the rare artifacts were stolen from the palace of Abomey in present-day Benin in 1892. They were looted by the French troops, and now they are in the Queen Ranavalana Museum in Paris. Colonial loot, or the artifacts that were looted by France during the colonial days from their colonies, are protected by a 16th century legal principle as inalienable parts of France's heritage, meaning these items were stolen and the French put it in their law that these items cannot be returned to the colonies whatsoever, you can imagine. But France has received a number of requests from a number of countries to return their artifacts, and these include Ethiopia. In February of 2019, they requested that 3,081 items be returned to them, and these are held in the Queen Ranavalana Museum in Paris. And then Chad as well asked for France to return all their items, and these are over 10,000 of them. Ivory Coast has also asked for the return of an Achan drum, also in the Queen Ranavalana Museum, and then Mali has also asked for the return of 16 items. France has very many items, artifacts in their museum that was stolen from, all these African countries during the colonial days. It's just crazy how these guys came and stole everything. They would look for the best of the artwork, that was made by African people. You can imagine they stole a royal coin from the Queen's throne in Madagascar. Like, you go for the Queen's throne and look for the most beautiful piece there, and they target it and take it away, and after put it in their law that these items cannot be returned to their colonies. Like, theft is just protected by their law. Crazy. But I like the progress that is being made, and their French and their president Macron has stated a while ago that he is interested in returning these artifacts to all African countries, or maybe even other former colonies that ask for them. And we've also seen some activists. There is Mazulu Diabanza, who has been, actively out here going to the French museums and getting all these things by himself. I have shared his story before. He has gone to the Queen Ranavalana Museum as well. He has gone to an African museum in the Netherlands. He has gone to another museum in France as well, to say these are our things, return them to Africa. Is sending out a message. So good, we are seeing some progress. I hope for a day when all these things will be returned to Africa, because it symbolizes the culture of the people and what they are proud of being, So I'll share your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of what's happening with the restitution of these artifacts, you know, to these African countries. Check out my YouTube channel at Rae Kembabazi, my Twitter and Instagram also at Rae Kembabazi, and see you on the next story.